Holistic Health Crusaders, Dr. Ren here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Diva Cup. You know, the Diva Cup. Well, you'll know because I'm referring to that time of the month, aka your menstrual cycle. So, you ever hanging out with like your girls or, come across a bank teller or secretary or something and they're sporting one of these pins? Yes, the Diva pin. And you're like, oh, that's cutesy. I want one of those pins. But you know how you don't really know what you know until you know? So let's see if you want one of these pins or not, because that lovely lady sporting this pin is the proud owner of one of these contraptions, the Diva Cup. This contraption, it gets inserted up into your vagina. And yes, I can say big words like vagina because I am a naturopath. And it captures your excretions during your menstrual cycle. Now, let's backtrack a little bit and I'll tell you how I came across the Diva Cup. With my lifestyle where I'm always on the go, I was talking to a girlfriend of mine and we were discussing, all the different side effects and things that could be in the stuff that make your feminine products, and if you're going to use tampons and pads, because let's face it, we're all not cave women anymore with, those bushes, that's what that hair was originally for, was to catch your menstrual cycle. So since we all don't have one of these in our pants anymore, we should definitely try to keep up with our lifestyle and use healthier, more holistic alternatives. So I would definitely recommend, if you are doing pads or tampons, to use organic cotton and brands that are, without all the additives and plastics and things that would leave a bio footprint on Gaia. My girlfriend who's from Costa Rica was telling me, since you can't always, fix yourself and cleanse yourself easily in the Amazon, because let's face it, maybe a saber-toothed tiger will get a sniff of, that blood and then want to eat you, or you could be like on the beach in Hawaii and swimming in the ocean and a great white shark will come and eat you, and that's the only kind of eating you're gonna get during this kind of time of the month, unless you use the Diva Cup. So basically, it shows on the box the different ways to be able to insert it. And I'll tell you, I like to fold mine like that. And the very first time that I tried out this mechanism, I folded it like so and, followed the directions and went, whoa! And it was like a reverse queef almost. It was crazy. However, it was very, enlightening to see that it puts, your excretions really into perspective, because what's really cool about this cup is it's got the markers here to show how much you're really discharging. So, here we are and we think we're all wounded and, we're bleeding like a wounded animal or something. And you think it's like all this blood, right? But it's not. It's like that much. So it's like, what are we whining about? Like, we can handle this, And a few other things that are super cool about this device, depending on your personal belief system, is a lot of women or people like to take their excretions and give them back to the earth. So this particular girlfriend of mine from Costa Rica was explaining how she would collect, her excretions and then give them as an offering back, at the end of each day, or however, that calls and resonates with you. Although, as a naturopath, I will say that you could make a menses tincture. I would definitely consult a trained naturopath. I wear the hat of a DONA-trained birth doula, so I've been able to work with females in different stages of, hormones and such, and help to regulate them. When you do make a menses tincture, I'm just talking about more of the health benefits than the spell work of it, but it could definitely help regulate your cycle you know, that kind of thing. And another really amazing thought I came across recently discussing this with two of the best trainers here in New Jersey, wonderful, renowned nutritionist and a body transformation specialist who compete in like crazy shows and stuff, like that's their life, was, you know, when women get below a certain percentage of body fat, I believe it's around 7 or 8 body fat, she was explaining to me that, you know, of course, we lose our cycle, and that's not healthy. So one of the benefits of, you know, having a trained naturopath create a menses tincture for you would be to keep that essence of your hormones in your body, especially if you're pretty hardcore or not regular with your period, and like you're a hardcore working out or whatever your regimen is. So yeah, that would keep that essence going, flowing, and you know, when you are ready to get off your hardcore program, working out, whatever it is, if you are in show as a bodybuilder, to help get you right back on track. And another thing to think about, especially if you are or know anybody in that world, is, you know, right now in our age range, they're about the same age as I am, you know, not going to really disclose that, but basically it's like the best age ever to be, of course, and especially for preparing the body to procreate. So, you know, if you have this woman who, of course, is super duper healthy and she's like this body amazing, you know, builder and showgirl, but, you know, she may want to think about having a family at some point in the future. This is definitely something that's worth doing some research on and looking into. So, anywho, your Diva Cup, if you do decide to go this way, I will also say just being energetically just being an empath and energetically inclined personally, one of the possible not so pros with this is I feel it, I know that it's there, and I don't necessarily feel my energy completely moving up and down and through, even though, you know, and that's probably because this is not breathable, like, you know, a tampon or a pad where, you know, that the fibers, it's porous, it's breathable. This is not. It's not toxic, but from an energetic standpoint, I did feel a difference. However, you know, energy and herbal medicine, that kind of thing is my forte. It's totally my interest. So that's one con. I mean, it does allow you to leave it in for up to 12 hours at a time. So, I mean, this is definitely a tool that you can use to fit into your lifestyle, whether this is, you're just going to go for it, you know, or, you know, just use it when you're on a plane or going crazy on a specific day. But yeah, the Diva Cup. So another amazing thing is you can like do jumping jacks and it won't budge, it won't move, no leakage, no spill, no whatever, you know, tumble, salt, yoga, upward, downward facing dog, you're fine. So Dr. Ran, Holistic Health Crusaders, recommending the Diva Cup. Big Renzi, love, and Jersey smooches.